So can the LSAT be learned exactly? Like going into it, cold not knowing anything about it, how do you attack these beast of books that they give us?
Well, the LSAT can definitely be learned. I'm living proof of it. I went from the low 150s to a 175 on test day. And I've seen many other students do the same. I actually have many of their journeys chronicled in what I call LSAT diaries. They're on my website, where students actually wrote in guest articles documenting their entire study journeys. And you see them going from low 140s to 160s and beyond. So it's definitely possible. And the question of how you do it, it's really about digging into the material, but also making it manageable. And so my study plans really break it down step by step. You learn the fundamentals, focusing on accuracy, untimed conditions, just giving yourself the chance to learn the basics. Then you bring in timing with individual sections of 35 minutes. And finally, last stage is endurance with full 5-section exams. So you want to build up gradually. It's kind of overwhelming to do a cold diagnostic and get a low score, but that's okay. That's natural. The LSAT is like a foreign language. So many words are used in unfamiliar ways that we don't typically use them in everyday speech. And so I think that if you can break it down into chunks, step by step, you'll achieve your goals in the end if you just kind of lay it out bit by bit. And that's what I'm doing with the study plans, is really breaking it down step by step.
So breaking them down. So I know usually like when you take the test, obviously they have the sections like the logic games, the writing comprehension. Would you suggest attacking them section by section, or kind of just taking in all the sections all at once? Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. It's a great question. I break it down even further than section by section. I'll do, okay, logic games. There's a few types of logic games. There's ordering games, there's grouping games, and then there's combinations of those. And tell me if I'm getting too much in depth. I don't want to give you awful memories of back in the day. But yes, we break it down type by type, right? So game type by game type. So let's say we start off with ordering games. We do them the easiest ordering games to the medium difficulty to the most difficult. Then we move on to then we move on to grouping games and do the same thing. So in my study plans, I'll have like a week where we focus mainly on logic games, but not necessarily exclusively. So you can mix in a bit of logical reasoning or a bit of reading comp, even though the focus of the week is on logic games. And then while you're doing logical reasoning, that could be the focus, but you don't want to get rusty on the other sections. And it's good to mix it up a little bit now and then so that you don't get bored of it or overwhelmed or burned out. And so I'd say it's a mix of the things. It's a focus, but not exclusively. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.